Hey, I'm Warren Ross. I'm an estate planning attorney in Georgia. And one of the most common questions I get is what is the difference between a will and a trust? So there are a lot of differences, but the main difference is that wills are designed to go through probate and trusts are designed to avoid probate. So a lot of people want to avoid probate because it can take a long time. It can cost a lot of money to have an attorney take you through it. Whereas with a trust, we can distribute things as fast as possible and avoid all of the delays and hassles and costs of these court proceedings. So basically, a will is the blueprint for a probate. It tells the judge where you want your assets to go and who you want to be in charge of that, and the judge oversees all of this in that probate. But with a trust, what we call a living trust, which is the most common type of trust we do, with a living trust, we put all your assets in that trust while you're alive. So we retitle your house into the trust, we put your bank accounts in the trust, pretty much everything goes in that trust, so that when you pass away, there is nothing in that probate estate that we need to go to court for. Everything is part of this trust estate that does not go through probate. One of the other differences is that wills are generally a lot more simple than a trust, because a will is just this little blueprint for your probate. But a trust is generally a lot more complicated, especially when we're handling your assets while you're alive. So wills are cheaper up front than a trust generally. The upfront cost is lower, but there is a cost on the back end, because when you have a will, let's say you're married, you both have wills. When that first spouse passes away, we have to probate the estate. And then when that surviving spouse passes away, we have to probate that estate too. So you go through two probates if you are a married couple. But with a living trust, if we set up one trust for a couple, a married couple, then there is no probate. We don't have to probate the estate for that first spouse, and we don't have to probate the estate for the second spouse. Everything is part of that trust estate. So when someone passes away, there's a seamless transition to their spouse. And then when that surviving spouse passes away, we can have everything distributed pretty much immediately to whoever you want it to go to.